script. Episode 3.
Go. Take one.
Take one.
Well, hello there, Lorraine. How are you?
Well, hello, my friend. I am good. Got through this Thanksgiving weekend, and here we are again on Monday for Stripped Behind the Wax. It continues.
Yes, here we are. So
here we are.
My Thanksgiving was kind of canceled because my heat went out.
Oh,
and so, yeah, bummer. But
that is a bummer. I'm sorry. Well, I hope you make a turkey or something with all the fixings and get to enjoy it at some point. Mine was just, it was Thanksgiving. It was fine.
Yeah.
We cleaned up and moved on. All good. All good. All good. All good. Back to work.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving meal or side?
Stuffing.
I
love stuffing.
Well, I didn't get to have anything Thanksgiving traditionally. So I said with Christmas being so close, maybe I'll just do the whole Thanksgiving meal for Christmas.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't love turkey. It's fine, but I like everything else that goes along with it, you know?
Right. Did you work for Black Friday or Small Business Saturday?
I did work on Friday. I think everybody was out shopping. I don't know. They weren't in. Did you?
I did. And actually, this was the first year that I did. I worked Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, and I got some online shoppers, which was a good thing. Yeah, it was good. So.
I ended up working Saturday too. I got called into the salon, some clients needed some taken care of, and I had to fill some spots, so it actually worked out pretty well. And gotta love the nature of the business. Sometimes you never know. You're up, you're down, you're all over the place. So gotta love it. So today, actually, we're going to have another guest on to share with us some of her successes in the business. Carrie King is going to come and join us in a few minutes, and she has been the owner of a business in Connecticut. So I'm interested to chat with her a little bit about her experience as an esthetician.
Yeah, we love guests.
Hi.
Hi, Carrie.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Welcome to Stripped Behind the Wax.
I love the name.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Carrie.
So I am a licensed esthetician, cosmetologist, and nail tech in Cheshire, Connecticut. I own a med spa / waxing spa called Miss Beauty and Wellness. We are actually just rolling up in a couple days will be my 1 year in there.
Congratulations.
I know, it's crazy. I can't believe how fast this year has gone by. It's amazing. I'm kind of new to the beauty industry. I spent a lot of my previous career in real estate, commercial real estate, maintenance and stuff. So kind of got sick of the corporate world and wanted to be part of the beauty industry, which I love so much and have always funded. So
haven't
we all?
Yeah. So it's great to be on this side of things. I like it a lot better. It's just, this is my home.
Good. Well, that's good. And congratulations on a year. That's awesome. Are you doing anything fun and exciting for your year anniversary?
Probably not, because it kind of falls right in the middle of the winter here, but I'm sure I'll do something come the spring. It's getting kind of yucky out in Cheshire, Connecticut with all the rain and stuff. So I don't want people lugging their nasty boots in the spa.
I don't blame you. And I know that you are a loyal Bombshell wax user. So we thank you for that, for loving our product as much as we do. So that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's an easy product to tell everyone about because it's amazing and it's never failed me. And I've been using it since I started waxing and I haven't looked back. And I literally advise all the future estheticians, if you want a good wax and this is the industry you want to be in, then you need to use Bombshell.
I agree.
I agree.
I was thinking about it. I found it pretty interesting having both of you ladies on, and you're both, independent business owners. You own your own business, but Carrie, you have employees, and Nikila, you're solo on your own, just you.
Yep.
Let's just chit chat a little bit about the pros and cons of that type of, just what that means for the business, and maybe why you both decided to do what you decided to do.
Okay. Well, me being solo, I love it. It's less of a headache.
Yeah.
I tried having employees before. Well, contract workers, I should say, and not bad, but I think in order to get to that next level, I may need to have employees, but I am not. I don't have the capacity for it right now. So God bless you, Carrie. Okay.
As somebody who on the other end completely works for somebody, I could see that. I think if I was going to be on my own, I think I'd be alone. I don't know if I'd want to carry, and I commend you for doing it. I don't know if I could do that too. I don't know if I have that capacity to deal with other people's crap.
Other people.
There's crap.
Yeah.
So tell us about it, Carrie. Tell us
Yeah.
your pros and cons.
Exactly.
I would have to say the biggest con is that, you know, I can't be over the table forever. I can't do it. I'm 42 years old. Eventually I don't want to be hunched over and waxing. I love waxing. I love teaching waxing, but I eventually want to be able to step away and, have an income still without it.
Business
This industry is tough. You walk away and you might not have anything. So I'm really trying to build my legacy. My daughter's also an esthetician. I want her to be able to take over the business one day, and hopefully it will yield her a great success too. But yeah, that's mostly it. I did 5 years previous to this year where I was independent. It was just me. And I agree. It is glorious. I'm really in charge of everything and what happens. And the only nasty attitude that could ever come that way is my own. So it has made me grown very much as a person this year, to take emotion out of stuff. I'm a very emotional person, like all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think you take things very personally when you have people working for you. And I have to say that was something that has really taught me to like step back and reflect on it instead of reacting. It's not easy. I am not perfect. I'm growing all the time. And I tell my team that, and I thank them for always dealing with me because I'm a little neurotic too. So
we're all human, and you're growing and learning as an esthetician, as a business owner, as everything. And that's a great thing. Our industry, you can keep growing and learning and all different aspects of it. So I think that's really, really interesting. I think that's nice for young estheticians, people thinking about going out on their own and what avenue they want to take. So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's not for the weak. I always say that. If be strong, girls.
That's right. Especially being over somebody. You gotta have that tough skin. You have to.
We think about that. I mean, our job in our industry is very physical. And as we get a little older, you think, how many more hours can I spend bent over this table? And where do you go with that? For me, this is doing things like this podcast and education and learning, because hours and hours, 8 hours over somebody waxing legs or brows or backs, it takes a physical toll on you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's great to be able to think about the future and what you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you tell your young esthetician self? I think that's a question we should ask all our guests as we come on. So you're going to be our first.
Okay. So this one, I'm definitely going to say what I would tell myself starting out in the industry firsthand. I would go harder.
Yeah.
As funny as that sounds, I think I was a little apprehensive. I made such a big career change. I didn't want to promote myself as much because I was starting at the bottom, and I left being, like operations managers for big companies. So it was humbling. But I wish that I just went out there harder and I pushed harder for myself, because where I am now, if I went a little harder, I couldn't even believe where I would have been already.
Yeah. So, and that's good to know, because I was speaking with someone recently, and being a solo esthetician or even having employees, it's like we have to do the marketing, we have to do the cleaning, we have to do this, we have to do that. So pushing harder, do you think now? So pushing harder when you first started out, do you think right now you would be reaping the benefits of the pushing so hard? Or do you feel like because you're older now and you're trying to push hard, that by the time you my age, you're going to be like, I'm like waiting to reap your benefits. So I guess my question is, do you feel like it is it too late now? Do you feel like it's too late now to push as hard versus your?
I think I know what you're saying. Like if I went it, and I'm going to say yes, because what's on my plate now at this level takes away from a lot of other things that you have, like just like your creative spirit in the beginning. You have like you have that little fire under your butt and you're so excited about what's
tired.
Yeah.
And now like I don't even know. I'm pretty sure my laptop is like glued to my fingers. Like sometimes I hit such walls with like, like I wish I pushed harder so I had it would come easier to me, especially with like social media. Like I said, I'm not 24, and trust me, my daughter reminds me some of the things I post are cringe, and it's like, I don't care. I'm running a business.
You've done really well with your social. You've done really well with your social media. What are some of your what are you doing marketing wise to keep that up?
So I would have to say one of my personal, I know it's so cringe for my 23-year-old daughter. But I would say one of my, I have like personal standards with marketing. Like one of my biggest ones, and I preach this, I teach at a hair school, and I mentor a lot in the field. And one thing that's I first teach everyone is never let your Instagram story die. I don't care if you feel like you're saying the same thing over and over and over again. Somebody forgot already. And that's the reality. And I just tell my girls, like, everything's content. And once you get them hooked, you yourself are the content. And it doesn't even have to be the physical action of a before and after. It's really just, I would have to say just like post constantly, like till you die, it is pure embarrassment. Like I no longer have any embarrassment about being in front of the camera. I used to like, I can't do this. And now it's like, pull out the camera. I have a lot of my team is younger than me. And I always tell them, I said, if my old ass can post, I better start seeing your stories up and running, guys.
That's good. That's great advice, because I'm one that'd be like, oh, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to post. So that's great advice. So I feel like I need to do that. And I don't care what it is. Just stay relevant, whether it's good or bad. Just stay relevant.
Stay relevant.
I have to get out of my own head about it. I'm like you probably were then. Like I'm like, oh my God, is this right? Is this wrong? And people just want to see us. And like you said, staying relevant. And I need to get out of my own head about that. That's my own old age, just nonsense of feeling like, oh, I can't do this. It isn't right. And I guess, you know what, just get out there and post your stuff, and people hear what you want to listen to, what you have to say. Yeah, that's really great advice. Just just do it, right?
Do it. Never let it die. Never let that story die.
Never let your story die. Trust me, they'll never forget about you.
I love it. Are you seeing any changes with the holiday season? Are you as busy? I know people have been talking about that. I've seen a lot of this going on some aesthetic forums and things like that lately. People are, I'm not too busy as I have been in the past. Where how are you guys feeling with stuff?
It definitely was a rough season. And, I kind of chalk it up to two things. I am in a new location. I'm about 30 minutes out from my last location. So, there was some rollover. I'm in a new town. Word of mouth is still working for me. So I did prepare my team that, guys, it might be slow for us. I would say we've had our ups and we've had our downs. Like last Saturday, it was a nut house. The Saturday before, I was like, all right, guys, we're heading out at noon, but I'm very honest with my team. Being a small business, I let them know, like, this is what we're doing. This is what we need to focus on. How are we going to get it in? How are we going to drum up business? So I think that, like, when they feel like they're participating in the business, it helps bring in more business because they're more willing to, they get say. But it has been a different season this year. I feel like it was a little slower.
What about you, Nikila? How do you feel your business was?
It's been slow. I do a annual client appreciation, and I was in October this year, and it kept me pretty good. But now the winter months, people feel like it's cold, they don't want to wax, and so it's slowed down a little bit. Let
Yeah.
me ask you a question, Carrie. Do you do like gift card sales? Is this a good time for you to do gift card sales?
This is the first time I've ever done gift cards, and I didn't before. And I know that a lot of solo estheticians or cosmos would agree. Sometimes doing a gift card when you're solo, it stinks because you get that money and you have that upfront income, and then later on it hits you, and you just came in and did a bunch of free services all day.
Right, exactly.
So that was really hard. But from a cash flow standpoint now, with having employees, that's kind of like a bread and butter, because I did have a couple really good Black Friday sales. I actually didn't take clients at all. I only had gift card sales because we were running a promo for it. And I think that really kind of got us through that Thanksgiving week. So I'm grateful, because it's like that was payroll. And, you know, before it would have been Carrie's payroll, and Carrie would have been sad come June when everybody's cashing those in. So
do you sell gift cards online as well?
I do that now too. Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, it's a great idea, but I can't imagine how you guys do it. I get to go in and punch my clock, punch my ticket, and I call it a day. I'm not there yet, but that is something I probably would have told my young esthetician self. Don't be afraid. Don't just do it. Just plunge forward and just probably do it 30 years ago. I'm not ready. I don't want to do it now, but 30 years ago, I would have.
Yeah, I would have told my younger self probably to go work for somebody first.
Yeah, I didn't work for someone first either, Nikila. Oh my God, I didn't either. I was just like, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's do it. I did work in a little spa for a minute, but it wasn't long enough to just, because I do mostly body waxing now. And if I could have worked in a body waxing studio or something like that, I think that, I would have told my younger self, girl, go work for somebody first.
I did everything from the get-go, everything from body treatments to facials to waxing to everything. So I just kind of took it all and did everything from working for the spa. And I mean, I've grown in the supervisory positions in the salon and everything. So I have a stake in it, you know. But that worked for me and for my life to be able to do it then. But I think looking back on it, I should have probably taken that plunge. But you know, it's to live, but then maybe I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Stripped in the way today, right?
So give us your Instagram handle, Carrie.
My Instagram is waxed and waved.
Waxed and waved. Oh, cool. I like that name. That's the name of your studio?
The name of my actual business is called Miss Beauty and Wellness Lounge. My Instagram, because I'm also a hairdresser too. So I was kind of like correlating those two. I do primarily do body waxing though. And I do hair about 4 times a month.
Oh, that's cool.
Good.
When you're posting, what do you feel is the best content that what is content is received the best?
I would have to say now it's kind of changed through the years too. Okay. I want to say present day, my most liked, watched, and consumed content is me. It's either me in front of the camera, it's either me talking about product. And I don't want to sound shallow saying that, but because my clientele and the group of people following me who are looking for somebody in Connecticut, I'm really engaging with that group. That's all I care about. I don't care about followers in the thousands. I care about paying followers.
Of course.
So, you're only good to me if we're doing business with each other. And I don't mean that in a nasty way, but let's face it, that's what I'm using this platform for, to build sales. So I want real people to know real Carrie. And those are the people that are happy to come in. They know about my kids. They know I'm a crazy lady with 4 dogs. They know I'm extremely hyperactive. I'm not everyone's waxer, but I have to say my personality is what brings people to my table. Yeah. And I love it and I appreciate it. And in the very beginning, I noticed that I had to show a lot of before and afters to get the reputation. But now I don't even have to post a before and after, and I still get new clients on the regular.
Yeah,
that's great. Are you doing any holiday deals, specials, anything like that?
So we just wrapped up our big Black Friday, and then I'm not doing anything for clients. But I am doing a winter sale for, oh, I'm so sorry. My alarm's going off to do this podcast that we already are filming. So what was I saying? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I'm not running something for clients per se. I really want to kick off into the education side of advanced education. So I'm going to be running a promo for hands-on Brazilian classes, where I'm going to be letting people come in and get an introductory rate to come in, do some theory and watch some and do some hands-on Brazilian, because it's such a limited, it's an industry that is not taught regularly. And I'm constantly asked in this, like, I constantly getting DMs like, do you teach it? Do you teach it? So I'm going to pull the trigger this year.
This is one of my biggest things too. And I'm sure you, as hiring and having a staff, it's getting these new estheticians to be able to wax. I mean, you primarily do body waxing and have waxing in your studio, and Akila too. And it's just the conversation always comes back to the lack of education in waxing. And I'm so glad that you are going to be teaching these people and doing all of this other stuff and just really promoting education, because my God, is it needed everywhere. My God.
We talked about that in a few of our episodes, just the lack of education and
it breaks my heart. It's such a great industry, and it's so, finding advanced education is really tough. That's why I love I love being part of Bombshell too, because, they're really big on it. Lorraine's huge on education. I got to go up and she taught me a couple things, which was awesome.
Thank you. I feel like I'm constantly trying to do that, help the girls in the salon. They come to me with questions all the time about how to lay this strip and why this wasn't successful and how to work with that. So it's so good to be able to know that I can help out and do what I can. I just wish we could do more sometimes. That is the biggest part that's so frustrating to me, because it's such a great industry and we can do so much and have fun with it. And just some people are so afraid of it, and the lack of education just stinks.
Right. And that's why I really like the skin games and going to different events like that. Even at our table at Bombshell, when students come up, we let them play with the wax. We let them see, the flexibility of it, the pliability of it and everything. So getting out to events, going to trainings and doing different things like that is so beneficial. So beneficial.
I would go on trainings, and I remember, and I'm not selling anything. I don't have to sell it. The product sells itself. 110%. I could not say a word and just say, here you go. And people just
have at it.
And I'm not selling it. It sells itself. I'm educating you on maybe how to use it, but it really is. And that's the great thing about when you have a good product too, is that the product does the job. I'm just tweaking it along the way, right? Making it at its best. So that's really helpful. So I'm glad you love it as much as we do.
I'm obsessed.
That's good. And you know what I think would be good too? Like I know when I went to school, crappy wax.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like we need to get better wax in the schools so people can see how to use
the quality.
Yeah.
The quality of product is key. That's key.
Exactly. Is key. But guess what? I guess if you can do it with crappy wax, you would be even better when you have some good wax.
Who needs to get on that? Come on.
I know, Lou. Put your salesman coat on and go to these schools.
Exactly. That's his job. We can do this. He needs to get us into the schools so we make a difference. Absolutely. Absolutely, girls.
Well, it was so good talking to you, Carrie.
I love that you guys had me on today. I love it.
Yes. Well, we definitely appreciate you.
Absolutely. Just to come on and just see what a great success story. You've worked hard, you push through, and you're living your dream, right? It's awesome.
Yeah, I am.
That's great. And that's nice just to send that message that we can do it. Whenever you want to do it, you can do it, right? And you just jumped right in and you're doing it. I think that's
the simple answer is hard work. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. There's no easy pill. You got to just do it.
Great advice.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Yeah. Have a great holiday if we don't talk again.
I'll see you guys next year.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, Carrie. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, that was great.
I love her. What a breath of fresh air to be able to like share and really just look like she's building her business from her dream and her passion.
Yes.
She's grown.
Very, very inspiring. And I really like the fact that she said, like, I took from it, never let your Instagram story die.
I love that.
I mean, something so simple, but something so powerful, you know,
I agree.
because I'm horrible.
Yeah, me too. This
I
is
feel
about
like I am.
No, you're not. I watched you, and you actually do a really good job. You put yourself out there. You talk. You're you. You're you. This is just. This petrifies me. I die behind the camera every Monday.
Me too. But guess what? We're stepping out of our comfort zone.
I am. No, I liked what she said when she said she's growing and learning and she's taking the emotion out of it for her. Because when you are running a business, it's really about a business.
Right.
You know, you're not there to have to be friends with everyone. You're learning your business. And I think that good for her is that she's learning and growing every day.
Growing and sharing what she knows, you know, educating them. You know, that's the biggest thing is sharing what she's not holding it all in. She's sharing that with her employees and even sharing it with us, you know, and out there on social media. So.
Because there is enough business to go around for everybody. Absolutely. There is enough business for all of us to be happy and successful.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great.
All right.
Patty, another successful strict
Yes. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, on what else are we on? Are we on Instagram at Stripped Wax Podcast? Oh yeah, on IG at Stripped Wax Podcast. Make sure y'all follow us and follow us on YouTube. And if you want to be a guest on our show, make sure you email us at strippedpodcast@bombshellwax.com.
Yeah, send us in some questions, anything, even maybe some topics that you want to chat about or hear us chat about, or just so we don't have to make up topics all week. No, we don't have to find things to talk about, but I'd love that. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. Bye.
Bye. Stop recording.
Bye.
Stop recording.
Are
we done? Are we not recording?
I missed content.